Yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going? It is Wednesday, November 5th, Packaging Today show, where we talk about packaging all day, all the time. And that's all we think about. It's all the content we make, all about packaging. So today's going to be, we're going to cover a couple things. Deeper is cheaper. What the hell does that mean? What kind of industry jargon is that? And then we're going to do, can we solve it? Yes.
We solve it.
Exactly. So you're going to ask us some questions, and if you win, we can't answer it, and you win, you get a shirt.
If you remember to badger me about where my shirt is.
That's right.
If you forget.
It's like, where's my $2?
Can we solve it? Also turns into, can we ship it?
That's right. That's right.
I'm
asking you in the audience, where's that quote from? Can you remember that? Throw us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching, if you're not watching, tell us why you're not watching. And let's get to it, man. So it's going to be two of us today. Corey's out.
Best show ever.
Best show ever. Corey's out. He's got some business to take care of. Adam, the Pale Man Peak. How you doing, man?
Great. And that's
all right. So I'm going to ask you, Adam, have you ever heard deeper is cheaper?
I have heard that, actually, Avelia, when I first started in packaging, working at Peak Packaging Solutions in Carlsbad, California. www.peakpackaging.com. Shout out to Bob Peak. That's my uncle. Bob's my uncle. And that was one of the first things that Bob told me about corrugated boxes was just remember, deeper is cheaper. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, deeper cheaper.
So what? All right, I've heard that a million times. I understand it for like this long, and then I think about it, and then I just get all screwed up. It's like, I get it. It's like, wait, no, I don't get it.
I suspect what it means is that we you know who we really could use, honestly, on this show is Corey somebody with, like corrugated or something along those lines. Some sort of corrugated expert would be really beneficial. I think it has to do with the material relative to the cubic inches of space inside the box. So this is a very uninformed opinion, so I'm happy to be wrong. But I suspect it's if you have the flaps on an RSC, and if you make it wide and shallow, then you have these big RSC flaps that have to come in, and that's sort of wasted space. Whereas if you were to orient that the other way, right, you still have the four sides, but then your flaps are a lot smaller. So your actual footprint of the box flat is going to be less than if it was the other way around. And now we vote.
All right. So what it is, I gotta say it quickly because I'll confuse myself. All right. So deep, you're pretty right. Right. It is cubic inches. So for example, if you've got a box that's 12 by 12 by 6 inches, right? It's a little bit shallower. Your overall volume is like 864. When you lay that out flat, your surface area, and I've got it all kind of mapped out here, your surface area is like 648 inches.
Okay.
Right. And it's flat. And you got to remember, this isn't for every construction. This is like RSC, right? Where it's just running in one direction. It's being slotted in that same direction. So you want it to run that way longer so that it slots those corners, and then you've got your flaps coming down the way that you need it. We take that exact same volume and make it deeper. We went from 864 square inches volume or cubed. And then you've got surface area of 648. if we make that same box, now it's 9, so it's a little bit smaller. It's 9 by 9 by 10.6. Your volume is still 864, but your surface area drops down to 594. So you're saving about 50 square inches.
Okay. You throw out so many numbers.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. But essentially, you're taking, you're running your sheet this way and you're slotting this way, right? So you're using less material. In this sense, if you're going this way and you're slotting this way, you've got to run potentially on a larger machine, and then you've got to use more volume. And in some cases, as that box gets wider, you might have to join multiple pieces. You've seen those boxes have like glue flap on two corners. That's because they've made two halves and they've joined them because they're wider. If it was taller, it would probably run on just one sheet.
Yep.
Yeah. Chris Olson asking, I thought the surface area for both was the same. It's just it's the volume.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where, because corrugated pricing, just like anything in packaging, is really relative to the amount of material that you're using. And anytime that you can create the same cubic volume inside of the box with less material on the outside, you're going to save money. And that's why deeper is cheaper.
But it also extends out to narrower boxes. You're going to be able to fit more blanks on a sheet. Because you can, if they're smaller, then you can set them up side by side, so you can still run them in the same direction, so you can fit more, less waste. Your pallet utilization can increase, right? It can improve, making that a little bit cheaper. So it's cheaper not just in the production, but kind of across the board.
Well, pallet utilization can be a little bit more tricky because if you have height restrictions on your pallet, that you probably need a really good TOPS program or something like that to figure out what that is. And that's like the hidden costs of packaging that like Dustin Smith talks about a lot on LinkedIn. Shout out to Dustin Smith. Just finding these little areas of inefficiencies, and sometimes those pallets can be troublesome, at least in how you lay it out. What's up, Brandon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Elio, I have a question for you.
You do? What is it? Can I solve it?
Can you solve this? Is it similar for folding cartons or for rigid setup boxes? Is deeper cheaper with those particular substrates? I'll hang up and listen.
You'll take your answer off the air. All right, so for folding cartons, if you're doing like a tuck box, then essentially yes, because it's the same concept, right? You're kind of running in one direction. If you're how you're doing it. If you're just doing like a standard die cut, vertical die cut, letterpress style die cut, then it doesn't necessarily matter, right? But if you're doing like a cylindrical die cut, then it does, because you're running in one specific direction. With rigid boxes, it depends on the construction that you're doing, and the only reason for that is there are machine limitations on panel wrapping, and then you also get into if you've got a box that's going to be collapsible, that folds, like the sides of the box fold in to ship flat, and then you just pop them up, and then you can assemble the rigid box. Depending on the height, actually, if you go deeper, those flaps get taller, so they might overlap, and that means that they lock in place, and you can't do it. So there are limitations to what that geometry looks like. So actually, deeper could be more complicated, meaning more expensive in rigid box production.
And the thing about going back to folding cartons, it's usually about how many up can you fit on a sheet. That's going to be what's going to drive, and it's kind of similar in corrugated, I would imagine, but there's even more nuances, I feel like, with the folding cartons. So I think we've talked about this on the show, right? A same tuck box versus a reverse tuck box. You can nest the reverse tucks a little bit better than the same tucks, and it's just, and again, it's about limiting waste.
I don't think you can nest them better.
You can.
I think you can nest them differently.
Well, I'm saying you can nest them on a sheet.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Where the amount of waste, the sheet size that you need to buy if you're buying sheeted material, you can fit
if you've
more.
Because you're either nesting them like this,
yes,
for like a reverse tuck.
Yes.
Right. And if you're going like this, that doesn't nest, but you just have to rotate this one this way.
So
if you're printing, it doesn't matter if they're right side up or.
But you can Tetris a reverse tuck in a lot better, which means that you can fit more. You can fit the same amount of die cuts on a sheet, on a smaller sheet than you could for a straight tuck. Yeah, your straight tuck is gonna be a bigger sheet for the same amount of boxes typically.
Yeah, but it's not like huge.
No, it's pretty. It can be. When I say huge, I mean maybe it's the difference between a penny and a half on a box, which becomes a big deal if you look at it like pennies. It's not. If you look at it like 12% cost savings across a $2 million spend, it's like maybe we should look at a reverse tuck.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, there's a lot of different options. Brandon Gomes, what do you think? Is reverse tuck better than a straight tuck?
Brandon's another label guy like me. Chris would know though.
Yeah, Chris, what do you think?
And where's freaking Hugh? He would know that, man. He has to buy these things. That's his Hugh. This is your job. This is your time to shine, Hugh. And where are you? Just out getting drunk on maple syrup.
Maple syrup. All right. So this whole show,
10:45 on a Wednesday morning in East Coast time, drinking maple
cheaper. That comes from Daniel C. Miller, which the question was actually about cereal boxes. Like this was from Monday's show. So the last question he posted, which was, are you noticing that cereal boxes are actually getting taller versus holding more content, right? So it'll still be the same number of ounces. It's just taller and maybe a little bit narrower. And, we threw out at the end of the show, it was like, all right, maybe it's the deeper is cheaper, right? Because you're running them taller. But I think in terms of like the cereal box, I think because the price of things are going up, having a taller box makes it look like you're getting, when you see that price tag of $7 underneath your box of tricks, you're like, oh, but it's bigger, when it's actually not.
No. Yeah. I think it has to, if anything, it would have to do with, like we've raised the price by $1. So if we increase the spend on our box by a penny, then at least give the perceived value, but the net weight of the product has not changed at all. It might have even gone down a little bit.
Yeah, it might have even gone down. And you can do that when you're going, when you're going narrower and then taller. You get a bigger presentation on shelf. But then as Daniel commented, it's like it doesn't quite fit in your pantry. I know for me, my boxes now have to lay down and slide in because they just can't stand out. They're gigantic.
We are the family that pours our cereal into the same container, like a rigid plastic container, and we set those in our pantry. That's how we roll.
Yeah, I roll the same, except it doesn't quite fit all of the cereal. So you end up with like a little half bag,
just roll it up and yeah.
Brandon Geese, it's all perception. Chris asking, what about short, wide versus tall, narrower?
Oh, for a can? No idea on infinitely recyclable aluminum cans.
What's up, Matt? How's it going? Are retailers adjusting shelf heights? That is the question. I think they are. Well, here, we've got Fry's, which is Kroger.
You only shop at Erewhon. Come on, we know.
I see a whole section now of taller boxes, and those have been adjusted. Now, if all of the boxes get taller, you're actually gonna have less cereal up there, right? Because you're gonna have less shelves. But if you're really trying to save money on cereal and you're talking about packaging that needs to hold more volume, those plastic bags of cereal that lay down that look like giant pillows, like why are we not moving in that direction? You're eliminating cardboard, just got one material. It just makes sense.
This is the craziest thing. I just was on a podcast yesterday I don't know when it's going to come out. This was the conversation, was like, why can't we just move for cereal packaging that's in a resealable bag? And I explained why it's really hard to do. And I don't think the consumers are pushing for it. I think that's the biggest reason is that either perception or something else, but people like their cereal in a box and no one is demanding that it's just in the bag. I don't even think those bags are store drop-off recyclable.
No, but neither is the bag inside the
yes, it is.
Box. Are you driving that bag to the grocery store?
I mix it in with our other plastic bags, and we take it and drop it off at the grocery store. That's what we do.
Is cardboard a packaging material?
I mean, in the case of a cereal box, that's probably the closest thing that we have to cardboard, or like a card stock of cardboard. So
it's not corrugated, Matt.
No, what is it? Well, you want us to say it's a clay coated newsback? Is that what you want? A CCKB box?
No, CCNB.
CUK?
No, I don't know, man.
What if CUK was also a flute and it was just CUKF?
All right, man. So with cereal boxes. I don't know, man. I think I prefer the pillow. I think that pillow is like the way to go. I still don't understand. I guess because it's still pretty new, even though it's been around forever. Like they lay them horizontally on the shelf. Really, you can just rotate them and have less space. If ever you went to the pillow, you'd be able to fit more on shelf. And it'd just be like a nice, easy way to just bring your giant pillow home and then put it into your vertical plastic container. We are the number one podcast on flights.
That's what I've heard, is that people listen to us most on flights than any other podcast about packaging. That happens daily.
That's right. So we got Brandon saying cardboard boxes protect your corn flakes and plastic bag does not.
Could be a level of that. But I mean, if you're putting these things,
what if we do bubble wrap?
Just wrap it in. Now you have an experience where you get to bring it home and you get to pop all the bubbles, and then you get to eat your oh man, what were the smacking?
Yeah, smacks.
I could see it happening, honestly. It's just the thing that I said to the person on whose podcast I was on, which was there's nobody
podcast.
The Cereal podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Cereal, not the other one. Not the one about murderers. Is that there's nobody clamoring for more plastic to be used in cereal that is non-recyclable. Like that's not a push that you have from anybody. And so you would have to use that like thin what's up, Jared? Jared, we have been destroying Jared's pepper sauce that we bought from Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. Anyway, and Chris, eat cereal as an adult. That is a meal in my house.
It's way more fun as an adult. You can do whatever you want. You can eat all the marshmallows out of the Lucky Charms. Who cares? Who's going to tell you no?
It doesn't matter. You're a full-on adult human. I just don't think that anyone's going to be pushing for it because of people just don't want it. That's the hard. Like, there's no demand for it now.
People don't even realize that plastic is not stored drop off. People don't even drop off plastic at the store.
Yeah, but the EPR laws do. So you're going to introduce more plastic into your packaging, so you have to pay more fees because cereal has.
How much plastic is in the packaging already?
It's not much. It's really, really that plastic is super thin. We should do a test. Let's get.
I would Mike.
Let's get Buy Plastic, Live Fantastic on here, Mr. JQ, and let's ask him what the difference is. How much more plastic is used if we have to buy it in the cereal bag? You know what,
dude? I guarantee it's the same.
It is not the same.
It is so the same.
No, because you have to put a zipper in it.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more, but it's still the same.
Yeah, but you have to have, but it's like, but you have to have material. It's not. It's that I will mic it out, mic drop. We'll mic it out. We'll lay it all out. We'll measure it, and we'll do exactly what you did with deeper is cheaper. Is pillow fatter.
But you're getting more cereal, and you're eliminating, the C, C, and B box, right?
Yeah.
Like,
cardboard.
Yeah. And then it's just a matter of changing that plastic into a mono material that can be, recycled. That part's no problem.
I'm really excited for you to take on the moniker of the My Cereal Pillow guy. That's what I think we need from you. Is Avelio making infomercials about My Cereal Pillow.
MyCerealPillow.com. Go check it out. Brandon's asking if you remember the cereal box that used to have prizes. Yeah. Now it's like you scan a code and you get nothing.
Yeah, you get an NFT. They're dangerous.
All right, man. So that sound means it's time for Adam Peak. What is Can We Solve It, and who's it brought to you by?
Can We Solve It is brought to you by our friends over at SmartSolve. SmartSolve is solve. I don't even have like a script to read. I'm just going off the dome, as the kids say. They have some really cool materials that have solved a big problem, which is plastic waste and microplastics. They have a fully dissolvable packaging material, label material that leaves behind no microplastic trace. So check them out at smartsolve.com. How'd I do?
You did good, man.
Yes, thank you.
Matt Reddington is agreeing with the Label King about SmartSolve is water soluble.
I'm pretty sure that's what he was agreeing with, not about the my cereal pillow guy.com.
Matt,
bumperlabels.net.
Matt,
thanks for agreeing with
the same amount of plastic.
Here is how
it's cardboard.
Here's how this works.
I will die on.
There's two things that have to happen. Number one, you ask us a question, and then we try to solve it. If we can't, you get a shirt. But in order to get the shirt, please, for the love of all things holy, just don't let me forget, because I have no memory of who wins these things. I should write it down. I just don't. So it's on you. I order the shirts. I have 3 shirts here that I need to send out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who gets. I don't know. I don't remember who's supposed to get them. So if you want a shirt and you've not gotten a shirt, just send me 15 messages a day.
Just DM him.
Just spam my DMs with all sorts of stuff. That's how it works. So, and Matt, we should probably. Yeah, Matt.
Matt, do you have a question? Because you've got some pretty insane technical knowledge.
You do, and it's a great way to win a T-shirt.
That's right.
Or at least what we should do, Avelio, instead of me having to deal with it, is just be like,
how is deeper cheaper?
What's that? Did you say how is deeper cheaper?
Out.
I'm now.
Yeah, I said it like 20 minutes. Yeah. All right. So I got a question for you. Every brand says that they're sustainable, but I'm seeing more and more craft boxes with like a green leaf on it. It's like a little round icon of 2 leaves coming together. Do you know what that's called?
Now I'm thinking about Darkwing Duck. I do not.
That's the green dot. That used to be something brand would pay into. I think they've kind of eliminated that, but I still see it on packaging. It's like a little round circle of 2 leaves coming together. It's the green dot. You can look it up, but it used to be pretty big in Europe. The brands would do it here in the US, but I think they eliminated that because it was just like a pay to play. It was a 6-figure thing you paid annually to be able to put that on there. And that was pretty much it.
Got it.
But
what's Jared's question? I can't see it behind my camera. Do you have a Darkwing?
Yeah, do you have a Darkwing Duck with a Label King crown
on
the shirt.
I should do that.
We got Chris saying you've already admitted you didn't know this, which uses more material, short, wide, can versus taller or narrower can.
Short and wide uses more material.
That's right.
And I know because it's my opinion.
That's right. That's right.
We should mix this show up the Can We Solve It? Maybe Avelio, what we should do is ask for people to tag us throughout the week on LinkedIn, and then we can see you, Jared. And then with either questions or just like find some cool content. And then
we'll pose those questions on the show.
I think that would be maybe better than just like
random people on the spot.
Come up with a question on the spot.
Yeah, I think that's good.
It could be. Oh,
here we go.
Oh crap.
Matt's had time to think about this. Why has the industry not mandated paper labels for shipping to make the whole package curbside recyclable? Do you want to take this, Label King?
No. Chris, my answer was right. You know it.
Matt says narrower can is less material.
Isn't that what we said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So why has the industry not mandated? So by the industry, do you mean the corrugated industry? Anytime you mandate something, then somebody has to enforce it, which means you have to require a whole bunch of enforcement agencies. Excuse me. So, and most of the labels that are used are paper labels.
I think the big. Whoa. All right. So we're going to wrap this up here in a second, but I think the biggest thing is you don't have anybody to enforce this, and then you've got labels that are going to you've got shipping, so you've got to have things that are going to be waterproof. That's going to be an issue, and then making it mandating it, you're going to have issues with like FedEx, UPS, like all those types of companies. Like there's always some kind of plastic type of a label being used on some of these items. You've got plastic tape. So
why does my internet suck? Where's the IT department?
All right, we wrap this up. We'll see you guys on Monday. Thanks so much for joining us. I don't know. Did Matt win a shirt or did he lose a shirt? Matt, you owe us a shirt. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you on Monday.